All right, Commissioner, important to me, and we discussed a lot of crisis here, crisis after crisis, and I'm going to talk about a crisis today that I think Governor Murphy and your agency's is going to possibly create if it continues. My first question is, how much did bear sightings go up in 2020?
I don't have that number off the top of my head.
All right.
We could get that information to you, no question.
Sure. My concern is that the administration is prioritizing the lives of animals over the safety of people. Let me give you the numbers. Sightings increased by over 105% in 2020. The number 347 from 169 in 2019. Sussex County has reported the most sightings and damages and nuisance. Bergen County, one of the largest counties in the country, had the largest increase in sightings and incidents. Now, obviously, I represent Warren County, Sussex County, and Morris County, where we're very familiar with this problem, many of us on a personal level. So those are the answers. I say just some work there on looking them up. Do you know if the increased sightings in your department resulted in an increase of damage and nuisance reports?
Off the top of my head, sir, I do not.
Okay, lucky I have those for you here. The answer is yes. Damage and nuisance reports increased 63% in 2020 to 1,048 reports, up from 643 in 2019. We had a 33% increase in destruction of farmers' crops, a 60% increase in home entries, a 300% increase in the destruction of beekeepers' hives, a 25% increase in aggressive attacks, a 200% increase in vehicle entries, and one human death in Passaic County, the first in history in New Jersey. Another question I have, number 3, is how much will the bear population increase without a hunt?
I don't know the answer to that, sir.
Okay. Have you gone over the bear hunt at all? Or I know you're new to it, and I appreciate that you've been there, 3 months as acting commissioner, but a 12-page report released by the Division of Fish and Wildlife just before Governor Murphy took office found the bear hunt, without the bear hunt, would lead to a doubling of the bear population in 4 to 5 years. This one, Commissioner, simple, yes or no. And I appreciate everyone's time. Do you trust the Division of Fish and Wildlife when they say that ending the bear hunt puts lives in danger?
I don't know them to have said that, sir.
No, I'm saying they have said that. I'm saying, do you agree with them? Would you agree with that statement that the Division of Fish and Wildlife, when they said that ending the bear hunt puts lives in dangers?
I think in order for me to give you my opinion as to whether I think that is an accurate representation of a staff analysis, I would need to see the underlying analysis on which it's based.
So you haven't gone over in your tenure there at all, or discussed the bear hunt with your division, or something of this magnitude? Like I said, your whole testimony was crisis after crisis. This is a crisis that is, no pun intended, brewing and getting. So you've had no input or discussed this major issue at all. The governor has banned bear hunting on state land. His goal was to ban bear hunting completely. And you're telling me you haven't been filled in or had any discussions on this subject matter at all?
No, I'm not saying that at all. Right now,
it seems like you don't have any information to. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off, but it doesn't seem like you have any information to add to anything on a major topic that affects northwest New Jersey and other parts throughout the state. And believe me, they will be coming to other neighborhoods. But go ahead, fill me in if you.
I apologize if I gave a misimpression. I don't have immediate recall of any of the facts and figures that you were referencing. I'm sure that I could get them and refresh myself. I am aware of the issue of the bear hunt, no question.
So I think Assemblyman, if Commissioner, if you can just your staff could just take some notes on what some of the Assemblyman's questions are, and then if you can just provide those, that would be helpful.
Surely.
Thanks, Madam Chair. Or even if you have an opinion whether you think stopping the bear hunt completely would put people's lives in danger, I'd appreciate that. Just from 60,000 feet, what do you think that would be a safety issue for the residents that I represent, and the residents obviously that the governor represents throughout the entire state of New Jersey?
I think the answer is more nuanced than that, if I'm honest.
Can you elaborate on what do you mean? Your opinion.
I don't believe that you can say with a hunt or without a hunt that danger is created or avoided. There are many, many factors that play into that conclusion beyond just the existence or non-existence of a hunt.
Okay, I mean, I'm quoting from the Division of Fish and Wildlife about the bear population, like I said, would double in 4 to 5 years. And the facts and the damage are per your data in the report of your agency. And let me just fill you in, when I was commuting back and forth to Trenton full time, one morning I opened up my door to let my dog out. She goes out and uses the ladies' restroom. I go turn on the coffee pot, and I heard the dog squealing. As I went running to my front door, there was a mother bear and her cub chasing the dogs. My dog was a little hard of hearing, just almost entering our kitchen. Within seconds, I got that door slammed on that mother bear and cub coming into our kitchen. Now I live in Hardyston, New Jersey. My wife and I went for a walk. Actually, I think it's on my Facebook either last year or the year before. This COVID throws everybody's timetable off. And I heard this loud crunching. Look up. There's a mother bear with 4 cubs in the tree. 5 bears in one tree that we were walking right on. I love seeing the bears. I think that they're part of the beauty and the ruralness that I love to live in and represent. But I think it's extremely naive to think that a doubling of the population and a continuation of that isn't going to present a safety. And we've had hundreds and hundreds of incidences, and we have had an incident where somebody was killed. And quite frankly, my understanding from that on the DEP's that the bear was not rabid. There was nothing wrong with there. That bear was simply hungry that killed that poor young man in West Milford. And believe me, this is a crisis that can be contained. This is something that we have control over. These other things that we're working on environment and the work that you guys are doing there, this is a crisis that Governor Murphy in your agency is going to create and be responsible for. So, the hypocrisy, a little bit of safety on so many issues. We discussed issues on different issues on Route 80, where if a rock falls down, we should spend $60 million, but one person may have been killed, or if someone's intimidated, by one person intimidated by a police officer, we should remove the police officer. And here's an incident where we've had hundreds and hundreds of instances, and everyone seems okay with it, allowing it to continue the process and to try to ban the bear hunt against. And I guess I'm going to end on this, and I welcome any comments. The governor has said many, many times, and I agree, let's follow the science, whether it's COVID or whether it's lead in the water or lead in the pipes. Let's follow the science. Why the hell aren't we following the science here? The science clearly here. The people who don't have a dog in a fight, these people are the experts saying that this is what should be done to control the population and keep the residents of New Jersey safe. And that's, so I don't think we should only follow the science when it's convenient. I think we should follow the science all the time if the science is there. And the science is clearly here by the experts who forgot more about bears than I know, saying that the bear hunt is needed. You have anything to add, or you can get back to me as Madam Chair said on the questions that you weren't able to answer on the bear
I'm
hunt.
happy to get back to you on any question that I couldn't answer. I just didn't hear a question there at the end. If you're asking me if I believe we should follow the science, yes, always.
Okay, I appreciate that, and that's great. That's because I think it's the science of the wildlife folks that the bear hunt should continue, and in order to control the population. So I appreciate you saying that you should always follow the science. And I don't have any further questions at this time. Thank you, Madam Chair.